What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite formation and tactics in FIFA 22. I've tried a bunch of different formations and tactics this year, and this is what I have found best to work for me. Now, if you guys have watched any of the Twitch live streams or the Road to Glory series, this is my go-to formation and tactics for every game that I play. Now, before we get into the tactics, if you guys want cheap, fast, and reliable FIFA coins, make sure you check out U7Buy and use code Teddy at checkout for 5% off your order. Link is in the description down below. All right, here we are with the beautiful Road to Glory squad. If you guys need a budget team, we got this in 2 weeks. It was super easy. I highly recommend it. But let's get into the tactics. So we go into the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I personally hate having my team really spread out. I feel like it's super open. The opponent gets a ton of passes through. And with this formation, I really don't have that issue. So going into the tactics, defensive style, I have balanced. You can do press after possession loss. I do that occasionally, but I've found, especially with this team, they're not like super expensive, crazy good players. Stamina is somewhat lacking. And then on top of that, it depends on the player you're up against. Sometimes if they counter really fast, having press after possession loss, all your players are going one way, but his players are going the other. And if they hit an overtop through ball, it can kind of hurt you. So I mess around with it. It's either balanced or press after possession loss, but then the width is 40. Like I said, I don't like being spread out too much. I like having a very compact team. And then the depth is 65. I hate having a low depth. If you have a low depth, it's just inviting so much pressure, and I hate that. 65 is where I put it. Sometimes I do 70. I really don't know the difference too much. Now moving on to the offense. For the build-up play, I have balanced. Another thing you can do is fast build-up if you want to be countering fast. Long ball as well, because sometimes long ball, it's kind of similar to fast build-up. Your players just start running like as soon as you get the ball, pretty much. But I haven't been going too crazy on the counters, and if I do want players to run, I just do it manually. So for me, I've been having it on balanced. Now for chance creation, I like direct passing. It's just something I've been using the entire year in FIFA. I know a lot of people, I think pre-patch, a lot of people were using forward runs for counters, but I've always been a direct passing person. And I think post-patch right now, I believe a lot of pros are using direct passing. They're saying that's pretty solid at the moment. And then for the width, I do 50. I really don't touch that. Players in the box, I like it on, I believe it's 5. I always use that. And then corners and free kicks. Post-patch, I think I'm going to mess around with it a bit more because the corner glitch has somewhat kind of been patched. So I might up it a little bit, but then I hate corners. I always concede on corners. So I have to figure out the corner and the free kick situation now, but we'll see. That's probably just personal preference. If you like crossing the ball in, maybe put a couple more, go up to 3. But for me, I hate corners. I absolutely hate corners so much. Free kicks, I shoot it every time, so it doesn't matter. I don't care about the free kicks, to be honest. Now, into the instructions for the players. I love 2 striker formations. It is my bread and butter. It's all I ever do. I struggle with the 1 striker formations, and with the 2 striker, I'm obsessed with it because I usually have one attacker that's somewhat, bigger, bulkier, strong dude. Then the other one's super fast. I'm kind of off on that right now on the Road to Glory because I have Alessandrini and Usman. But what I would usually do is have 1 striker on get in behind and stay forward, and then the other one come back on defense. And then I also do false 9, but right now I don't really want to do that with Dembele. But if I had, say, a Cardi, I would probably have a Cardi on come back on defense and false 9. And the reason why I like that so much is 1 striker is constantly trying to get in behind, and then the other striker drops back into the midfield all the time. He can drop back, receive the ball, play a quick 1-2, and then you can counter really easily. I absolutely love having 1 striker come back on defense and as a false 9. If you have 2 strikers, whoever the bigger, bulkier guy is who you're going to want with that. Icardi would be perfect. I loved doing that with Mikel Antonio. He would absolutely body people in the midfield, and it worked out perfectly. Next up is the central attacking midfielder. We have the beast himself, Mbarba, and all I do is have get into the box for a cross and conservative interceptions. That's pretty much it. I have basic defensive support. He can come back on D, he can go forward, whatever he wants to do, he can do. And then for the 2 central midfielders, a lot of people like to have one of them as the more attacking and then one of them as the more defensive. So I have two midfielders. I enjoy having two solid midfielders, but they can be fairly attacking if they want to. Llorente has good attacking stats. He shoots all the time for me. And then Savani, I slapped a hunter on him, and he's a beast going forward. So for these two players, my midfielders, like I said, I hate players being wide. I like it very compact. So both of my center midfielders are on cover center, and I don't touch anything else. I do conservative interceptions. I like conservative interceptions because I feel like if I don't have that on, a lot of my players are kind of really trying to force themselves to make an interception, and then in doing so, it pulls them out of position. So I kind of like to manually do it myself and not have to worry about them constantly leaving a gap in the midfield. And then onto the CDM, we have cover center and stay back while attacking. That is big boy Chuchimani. He holds it down in the midfield and helps out quite a bit defensively. Then we move on to the left back and right back. Same thing for both of them. Stay back while attacking, conservative interceptions, overlap. Overlap is pretty key in my opinion for your wing backs, because if they do decide to go forward, just in case they do, I don't want them going central. I would want them to overlap, go out wide. Also, if you want to be more attacking, you can take off stay back while attacking, but I hate getting countered. Counters are ridiculous this year, over the top through balls. I'm not going to deal with it. Stay back while attacking is what I'll have on my fullbacks, unless I'm running a 5-back. And that's it for my formation and tactics. It works out great for me. I qualify for weekend league with ease. I get 11 wins all the time easily. I gift the rest of my games. If you guys are struggling a little bit in FIFA, maybe want a more compact formation and tactics, I highly recommend you try this out. Now, I'm not going to do a video on the other formations and tactics, but just know I have a more counter-attacking formation with the 4-3-2-1. Ignore the 5-2-1-2. I was testing it out. I absolutely hate it. And then I have just my constant pressure 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, just in case, you know, it's the last minute and I need to really score a goal. If you guys ever want to see gameplay with this team and tactics, make sure you check out the Road to Glory series. All of that is on this channel. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.